Dylan Burton, 6'2 junior, averaging 11 points a game. We mentioned Perkins coming in, averaging a double-double, 22 points and 10 rebounds a game. The ball in the air, the opening tap goes back to the Tigers. Tigers with the basketball. Brian Jones fronted there by Caden Smith. Pulls back edge of the zone again to Aaron Reeder. Those two play catch in the corner to Daryl McCullough. Right of the lane, Perkins for the opening 2 points of the game. Luke Martin out of his own zone. Watched there by Ogroski. Comes near baseline. Kick in the corner there to Smith. Up top again to Jude Packrone. Back to Martin. He'll work left of the lane, take it inside, drive and score. Luke Martin.
Good patience on offense, but also very stern defense by McKeesport.
We might get a low-scoring game here tonight, Gary, the way this one's starting. Packrone driving and scoring.
Nice left.
Yes, it was. Taking their time here outside the three-point arc here.
Thoreau's shouting instructions. Sounds a little frustrated over there on the sideline.
McCullough to his left. Aaron Reeder for three.
Wow.
Got a friendly bounce. As the Mustangs have the basketball down 6-4. They're going to give Burton the long two if he wants it. He doesn't. Sends it near side to Vecchiola. Try to come inside on Perkins. Tough matchup there. Perkins deflected it away. Vecchiola with the save. Pack run goes cross court far side to Smith, who comes inside. Little finger roll finish. A lot going on here early on, Gary. And McKeesport back on the other side. Daryl McCullough with the finish. Perkins with the assist to tie this game up at 8. First two for Vecchiola with 2:25 left here in the opening quarter.
That's nice when he can get that deep. Oh.
McKeesport dumped down to Perkins. Works off to his left. Tough shot. Brian Morozak alongside Gary Frankhauser. Carl Childs behind the camera. On our Mauser's Tires scoreboard, Uniontown leads Albert Gallatin early on. 11-7 as Brian Jones hits a three here. So Lamont Perkins back into the forecourt. Bounce pass there off to McCullough. Resetting near side wide open. Reeder for three. Drains it. Off and across to Luke Martin. Watched by Jair Bray. Martin into the lane. Pull-up jumper just inside the free throw line. Good for Luke Martin.
Vecchiola on the court now.
Again, Martin needs to hurry this inbounds pass. Finally gets it into Caden Smith. Tiptoes down the far boundary. Off to Nick Crouch. He'll stop and pop just inside the free throw line and drain that jumper. Tipped around Vecchiola with control coming back. Vecchiola between defenders, drives and scores.
Nice move.
How about Vecchiola going end-to-end for Laurel Highlands? Caden Smith will trigger it back in. Up top to Packrone, has it on the far wing, fronted there by Brian Jones. Back again to Caden Smith with a little bit of operating room. Smith deep two up top, good. Caden Smith. As Luke Martin works it into Caden Smith. Smith directs traffic.
Don't dribble into the...
High pass down to Vecchiola, brings it down and puts it back up and in.
Good idea to look deep when you have all that pressure. Oh, good pass
ball
underneath.
Movement there, and Brian Jones comes free for a quick two. Closest man around is Packrone. Sends it off to Aaron Reeder, down to 8 seconds left.
Contest the three.
And they're going to do that, but hitting it up top is Daryl McCullough. Third quarter, Laurel Highlands with the basketball down 6 at 28-22 as Caden Smith quickly brings it across, fronted there by Daryl McCullough. Smith going to stay with it, drive, scoops it up and in. Caden Smith.
Now the story of that first half was the pressure defense by McKeesport that the Mustangs had to deal with. Really had nothing that was uncontested and pretty good defense. But then Perkins back for McKeesport to answer.
Perkins has a nice little readjustment there for Lamont. Now fouling extended on the right. Caden Smith back to Packrone out of the corner. Rotates up to the wing. Fires a pass down to Sebi Vecchiola, who leans and scores and ties this game up at 30. Good defense there on the McKeesport side as Perkins brings it back across. And now Perkins open look near wing for three, and he'll swish that in. And Caden Smith will trigger it back in for the Mustangs. Laurel Highlands had a lot of close games this season, and so far it's like another one tonight. Caden Smith out of the corner drains the three to tie things back up. Liam Singletary in the game on the McKeesport side, wearing number 35. Now they'll double team.
In the backcourt.
Smith in the backcourt. Will try to get out of it down the far boundary. Does so. Trying to come ahead. A little poke saved by Revac. His floater on the way and good. And Damon Revac. Reeder up top. Smith watching him back to Perkins. The likelihood here for the last shot. Things extremely tight at McKeesport tonight. Perkins, far elbow, good, and one. 16 for Perkins. Tigers go back up 2 at 39-37. Double team here on Revac. Freshman trying to get out of it, does so. Touch pass, Smith, forward to Packrone with numbers up to Luke Martin. Ties the game back up at 39. Solid defense again for Laurel Highlands. Missed opportunities out in front for McKeesport. Now Caden Smith holds up top. Caden driving the lane, little ball fake shot on the way, and good Caden Smith. He paces the way for the Mustangs with 17 tonight, and Laurel Highlands now on top, 41-39. 7:27 left in regulation. 3-ball from the corner, swished in off the bench. Gianni Grace. Quick moving game tonight. Aaron Reeder up top. Works right to the lane there to Perkins. Watched by Martin. Sends it back out. Grace back in the corner. Three. Good. McCullough this time. Underneath Perkins, ripping it away from Packroan and Burton. Sending it forward there to Reeder. Handing off on the far block. And another quick two for Daryl McCullough. Packroan just let it roll out. He thought McKeesport was the last to touch it. Here's Perkins back through center. Bounce pass forward. Obroski the basket and one. And that could be an early dagger.
All the way across the court.
Bray to trigger it back in. Just the second team foul committed by the Mustangs. Good ball movement coming free. McCullough off the cut. Another make. 7 for McCullough here in the fourth, 12 for the game. Tigers go back up 9. 1:43 to play. Caden Smith, deep three, up top, good. And boy, Laurel Highlands needed that, Gary. Came up short, Vecchiola, offensive rebound. Shovels it back to Caden Smith. Quick three, swished in for Caden Smith. Caden Smith to work it in. Fakes to his left, goes to his right, up top to Luke Martin. Back to Caden.
The two's just as good here.
Bounces it off to Packroan underneath and gets that 2 to go.
Basically confronted the official, but no call.
Packroan, second of 2 free throws, no good off the back iron. Perkins the rebound, and that will just about do it as Lamont Perkins hangs on. Another hard-fought game, but this time McKeesport earning the win, 59-53 over Laurel Highlands. They've had the Mustangs number as of late. They've swept the season series.